Labour Federation Cosatu wants workers' pension funds to bail out Eskom, and it suggests that the funds be converted into shares to provide capital to the embattled power utility. Some experts say this is a bad idea and will only exacerbate the economic crisis. But let's now cross to our reporter Ronald Masinda for more details on this particular story. Ronald, good afternoon to you. I mean, Cosatu is quite convinced about the viability of this plan, which some find quite questionable. Exactly how do they propose this plan be executed?
Very good afternoon to you, to me from Community Hall, where 8 provincial public sector unions held talks, 7 of which are in solidarity of Cosatu's plans. Their rescue plans basically mean that they want the Public Investment Corporation to assist Eskom in paying 250 billion rand. They believe that that amount of money will go a long way in addressing some of the financial issues faced by the power utility. I'm currently joined by 2 gentlemen who attended that meeting. The one is Mr. Melvin de Bruin. He is the Provincial Secretary of Cosatu, and the other, Jonathan Ruston. He is the PEC member. Let's start off with you, Melvin. First of all, very important question asked by my colleague. This is a very contentious issue. How then does Cosatu assure that this is not just another attempt to give a struggling power utility and years gone by, then we'll see money being lost?
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, from Cosatu's point of view, we are very clear on that thing. We are saying to them there's no blank check. What we mean by blank check, we want proper accountability. Number one, we want also for them to renegotiate the PPIs. We want them to renegotiate those coal contracts. We also want Eskom to investigate those people that was involved in wrongdoing in the past, that they be charged and that they face the full might of the law, and that we deal with them. But because we won't allow a scenario where those same people are going to run Eskom, those who were involved in the problems that we are currently faced with. So we are very clear on the blank check. We want also a representation on that particular board so that we can have an insight in what's happening within Eskom. We also want Eskom and government to have weekly report back so that we can build the public trust in Eskom once again.
Jonathan, I want to bring you into the discussion because much of those funds that Cosatu has seen, you guys are saying that that money should come from the Government Employees Pension Fund. Now, there's a lot of concerns regarding that because many are led to believe that it will be the taxpayers who will foot the bill should government not make that shortfall. How then do you ensure that taxpayers are not going to be liable for any costs going forward?
Now, I think the proposal is very clear that the money should come from the PIC. For public servants, we all know that we have a defined benefit fund and that the fund is guaranteed on retirement. So irrespective of the money allocated to Eskom, public servants should feel safe that their pensions are secured. The fund in the GPF is also funded 100%. So therefore, the surpluses that's invested from the PIC in Eskom should be bring returns back to the public servants. We are saying there should be a return back to the public servants, but there should be no fear that the public servants will lose their pension fund because we have defined benefit fund guaranteed that when you retire, the funds will be there.
And the taxpayers themselves, I mean, how can you assure them that the money will be not spent?
As Cosatu, we have said that the investment should be a responsible investment. We should have monitoring of that. We should ensure that the government should not be additionally taxed if there's any fail of the investment. But we are secure in terms of the weekly report backs, the insurance that we are going to monitor the spending of the funds, that persons are not burdened.
Jonathan, we are running out of time. Melvin, I'm going to bring you to the last point. Of course, Eskom is making a lot of his money from selling electricity, but now Cosatu has come to this meeting and said that you will try and mobilize people, even the poor, to buy electricity. How do you then, given that a lot of people are unemployed in the country?
Yeah, currently there's already a government provision for indigent grants, so people are already qualifying for the free electricity. So what Cosatu is also saying is that we increase that free electricity for those people that can't afford it. But for those people that can afford, I think we should engage communities to convince them to pay for the electricity.
All right. That's where we leave it. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Well, there you have it, to me. And also earlier, we also spoke to Tony Engenreich of Cosatu. He basically said that they are also taking a similar model adapted by the PIC that assisted a struggling retailer by the name of Eskom, where at the time Eskom was paid about 1.2 billion rand to save hundreds and thousands of jobs. So that is what they are hoping to achieve with Eskom. They believe that their concerns is that should Eskom collapse, then around 12 million people could be without jobs.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much, Ronald Masenda, my colleague, of course, touching base with some Cosatu representatives around their, of course, agreement that pension funds need to be used to bail out Eskom. But now,